All right, guys, so we have some interesting polling news out of California regarding the governor race, right? The recall election that is scheduled to happen in a couple months that could possibly oust failed Governor Gavin Newsom. Now, Larry Elder, whom just entered the race, seems to be off to a hot start, right? Which could explain why the dummy Democrats tried to basically kick the man off the ballot and tried to keep him from actually running at the last minute, saying that he didn't show his tax returns or something like that, right? Something crazy. Supreme Court judge overrules that. Larry Elder gets a quick, swift legal victory over the Democrats, right, to officially enter the race, right? This is why I like Larry, right? Larry don't play games, right? Larry don't play games. He's all about business, okay? And the polling data is pretty interesting because it shows that Californians are still basically undecided, but on the edge of wanting Newsom to be kicked out. Now, in order for that to happen, guys, there are two questions I believe on the ballot. This is how I believe it works. The first question is, would you vote to recall Newsom or keep Governor Newsom? Now, apparently, at least 50% of voters, right? At least half the voters have to say yes in order for the actual vote to count, okay? So if more than 50% of people say they want to keep Gavin Newsom, then it doesn't matter who everybody voted for in terms of who they want to be governor, because 50% of people said they want to keep Newsom, right? Which, again, that technically would be voting for him. But if less than 50% of people say, hey, we want him, right, and that we want to recall him, then the next part matters, which is who would you vote for? Now, they ran a poll, right, in terms of which candidate you would vote for to replace Governor Gavin Newsom if he's recalled. And again, it's only been a week since Larry Elder announced. I mean, it hasn't really even been a week at this point. Maybe it has as of this video, but Larry Elder is winning. He is winning with 16% of the vote. Now, this is actually very significant, guys, because if you look at his next closest competition, right, in terms of votes, it's like John Cox, Kevin Falconer, Caitlyn Jenner, Kevin Kyler. I mean, all these people are at 6% or below, right? They're not even close to Larry Elder, which tells you that Larry Elder is by far the favorite in regards to anybody outside of Gavin Newsom. And this kind of goes to show that in California, you need some type of star power, right? You need to have a name. Like Larry Elder has a name. A lot of people know who he is, and because he's gotten so much support so quickly, it also shows you that he's a respected man in California, right? And what I was telling you guys before, this kind of reminds me when I was telling you guys about, should conservatives, donate to GOP candidates in deep blue districts. It kind of goes to show, like, if you are a local in that community, right? If you're a local in that state, that district, whatever, right? Even if you are a Republican in a blue state, if enough people know you and they respect you and they respect your politics, you can still win, right? But you have to put in that groundwork first, right? Larry Elder's not just some random dude, okay? He's somebody that's been there. He calls himself the sage of South Central for a reason. And I think that is going to help him a lot. I mean, very well respected. So if you look at the vote totals here, what that suggests to me is that people like Caitlyn Jenner, any other Republican that's running here, I'm not super familiar with California politics. So these guys, other guys, there could be some other Republicans. They should just drop out, right? Just go ahead and drop out. So that way we give, Larry Elder the best chance, right? I'm basically at this point calling for Caitlyn Jenner to drop out. And the reason why is just because I don't think it's possible for him/her, whatever you want to call him, him, whatever you want to call him, to win. I really don't, right? I think that at this point, Caitlyn has got so much press that Caitlyn has probably got as popular as Caitlyn is going to get. Caitlyn's not going to get any more popular. I think the people that have decided they're going to vote for Caitlyn have already decided. And I think people that have said, I'm not voting for Caitlyn are not going to vote for Caitlyn, okay? I think that Caitlin's campaign has been a disaster. Okay, I think that Caitlin didn't have much wiggle room in her campaign, and I think that at this point it just hasn't been that well run, and I haven't been that impressed. So at this point, I would like to see Caitlin drop out because I want those votes to go to Larry Elder. If they would even go to Larry Elder. I mean, I don't know. Is the Caitlyn Jenner supporter the same person as the Larry Elder supporter in California among conservatives? I don't know. But as you can see here, there's still 53% of people that are undecided, right? So that means that, hey, it's still pretty early and it's anybody's race. Anybody can win it. But we'll see. As of right now, Larry Elder is killing it, and he hasn't even really began campaigning yet. So that's a good sign. Now, the Democrats see this as a bad sign, right? A really, really, really bad sign, because according to the Washington Examiner, Harris vows to campaign for Newsom amid recall battle. Now, this happened. This article came out on the 21st, right? On the 21st. And I believe that Larry Elder announced about a week before, right? So right after Larry Elder announced, a week after Larry Elder announced, now the Democrat establishment and the Biden administration has picked Kamala to enter the battlefield for California in order to try to save Governor Newsom. Now, you know, could there have been a more unpopular politician for them to pick, right, than Kamala Harris? Does this move really make sense for the Democrats, considering how Kamala is unpopular in her own state, right? Like, what sense does that make? You're going to send probably the most unpopular politician, right, in the country right now, Kamala Harris, at least one of them, to go campaign for an already unpopular governor in California. It doesn't make much sense to me. But, you know, guys, like I tell you, Biden always puts Kamala on the assignments that they know they can't win on. So maybe the Democrats are thinking that they can't win in California. I don't know, man. I don't know. But let's read here. Vice President Kamala Harris vowed to campaign for Governor Gavin Newsom as he faces a recall effort in California. When asked whether he would back the Democratic governor, the longtime associate of Newsom answered yes. Harris, a former California attorney general and senator, did not elaborate further as she departed the Capitol. Harris previously voiced support for Newsom, saying she backed him 100% in a video message before officials announced the recall effort attracted enough verified signatures to proceed in late June. Newsom endorsed Harris in her 2020 presidential bid, saying he was enthusiastic about her candidacy. Quote, I've known her for decades, not only as a distinct district attorney, where she did a extraordinary job with a very progressive record, but I watched her up close as lieutenant governor when she served as attorney general, and I have the privilege of working with her as a U.S. senator, Newsom said in February 2019. I think the American people could not do better. Despite rebound and improving ratings as Californians gradually reopened in recent months, Newsom suffered widespread criticism at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, leading to a grassroots movement to recall him. All right, so yeah, Kamala is going to try to campaign for Gavin Newsom. We'll see if this works. But obviously, you know, since the Democrats are sending the vice president, right, to California to do campaigning for him, I do think that is an indication that Democrats are a little concerned about whether or not Gavin Newsom will actually be reelected. And at this point, guys, like, if it does get to the point where most people want Gavin Newsom to be recalled, I really don't think it would be that hard to beat him if everybody except Larry Elder drops out of the race, right? Leaving all the Democrats in there, of course, the people that are going to split Gavin Newsom's vote, leave those people there, right? But if it's just Larry Elder versus Gavin Newsom, I think we got a chance. I really do. But, of course, all these other, GOP candidates are not going to drop out. And with all these kind of names in the field, I think the vote could possibly be very split, right? It could be very split among the 5 or 6 or 7 or so contenders. Like I said, there is still a ton of people that are undecided. It seems like Californians are still on the fence about whether or not they actually want to recall Gavin Newsom in general. I think that if he's barely recalled, right, I think if it's a 50% vote in terms of people wanting him to be removed, I think that he would still win. I think if it gets up to the point where it's 60 or 70%, want him to be recalled, then I think that the race at that point would become close. Because at that point, theoretically, it would put him in the range of getting 20 or 30% of the vote, in which at that range, he will be beatable for another candidate. But who knows, right? It can go either way. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share. A Black Conservative Perspective. Peace.